How's it going, guys? Oh wow, we got a camera down. Camera down. Damn. It's always something. It's always something. How are you guys doing? How you guys feeling? Crypto is coming back up. It's Monday. It's Monday. You know what happens on Monday? We all know what happens on Monday here. What we call it False Move Monday. Looks like we actually got sent right back into the weekend. We had a better weekend than Monday. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'd like to see that actually occur because that sets us up for a good week. It sets us up for a good week when we're like right back to where we started on Monday. And we'll just get a huge sell-off on Monday morning. So yeah. Hope you guys are feeling great. Hope you guys are packing your bags and ready to sail off because yeah, we're about to dive into it. A whole bunch of stuff going on in the market right now. There's a lot of fear, a lot of FUD, a lot of people just trying to keep the good guys down, man. Hey, how's it going, Dickie Overski. God, I'm probably mispronouncing that. How's it going, man? Welcome to the show. It's the Crypto Otaku show. This is what we do here. We're lost in this dystopian future that we live in. And I'm just a messenger of our shining hope. That's Bitcoin channel, of course. Our resident waifu. Yeah, and we just kind of dive into the charts. We're going to see what's going on today. Looks like, of course, Bitcoin kind of going sideways after recovering over the weekend. I mean, this is crazy how we dug ourselves completely out of the hole. Where everyone always complains about no liquidity on the weekends, right? Like no volume. Where's the volume? Where's the volume? Well, we've seen how it all came in over Friday, between Friday and Saturday there. At the end of the day, market closed into the weekend and brought us back up. It's a pretty crazy thing. And you know what? Big boys have talking about, again, no volatility on the weekends. When we know that the big players, right? Like Michael Saylor and institutions like BlackRock, everyone else is purchasing during the weekends while everyone's like enjoying their time off. They're making these moves in the background. And that's just how it is. So let's unpack what's going on today in the market. We've got, of course, our favorite, the US debt clock. Nothing like a big old keep me up, right? Just looking at the debt clock, almost at the 35 trillion. We've been looking at this for a while now, just climbing up. We are getting close up there. If you look at the rest of the world too, we're not in a great shape. Japan's still holding in at the top three, you know, gross economy, right? The largest economy in the world, third largest economy in the world. It's still dwindling, man. I'm feeling so mixed feelings about. I feel some kind of way about Japan right now. The yen has really kind of fell, and Jasmine's taken off really, really huge. And I really wish I can get someone out of Japan to really come back on this, because yeah, we had another big breakout on Jasmine over the weekend, hitting it right back up to 2 cents, right? Hitting 2 cents again, and now slightly recovering down to about 1/9 of a penny, 1/9 of a penny, whatever the hell, 1/9 of 2 pennies or whatever the hell. It's nearly 2 pennies again. As we head back up and testing our all-time high. Well, our all-time high is like $3 or $5, but our previous year high of 2.75, which is 2 7/10 of a penny. It's pretty awesome on Jasmine, but again, like, what's going on? What's the field like in Japan right now? Like, how's the turf? I know that they've opened up the institutions, allowing them to purchase crypto willy-nilly now in Japan. In Korea, we have some articles to kind of cover today, and one of them pertains to Korea, right? South Korea trying to branch out as well, and they're being held back right now. They're hitting a little bit of a roadblock. I don't know why they. Here's that article there. We can kind of dive into that here in a minute, but after we're done with the TA. But yeah, I don't know why they brought Gary Gensler over there like a couple months ago, man. We covered that. And it's just getting kind of all sorts of crazy over there. Yeah, it seems like my music's still going. Oh, I can barely hear it. Oh, anyway. Let's unpack what we got going on. The stock fear and greed index 40. We are back down in fear. You know that the traders are going to be feeling this. Starbucks is down 17% on the year. I mean, this is not good, man. Yeah, and Jerome Powell coming out and basically nothing burger last week, right? This is going to be higher for longer until something breaks. And we've already seen something break. We've seen 2 banks collapse this year. 2 banks have already collapsed this year. And last year we had, what, 6 or 7 banks crash? Like how much more is it going to give until it's just, you know, you're going to cripple the entire economy and throw it all away. Yeah, so we're just waiting on the big key indicators. Which last Friday we had the jobs market's down, unemployment rates up. And damn, that's just how it is, man. We are gonna see it, the cookie crumble, if you will. Dicky says, I weigh 30K. What? What? 30K? You expect Bitcoin to go to 30K? I don't know, man. If that's what you mean, yeah, Plan B. Plan B's bottom, right? Plan B's bottom was 35K. Are we gonna see that? I highly doubt it, man. I highly doubt it. As we slip right back into the greed. We were under greed last week for a few days. I think it was like 3 or 4 days we are in neutral territory, about 60, 65. Now we're back into the greed and we move on. The US dollar index is slipping. We might have seen, like I said last week, we might have seen the top for the year, which was about 106. I was really expecting to push 107, but I mean, it just came right back down, which is good. That's fine. That's good for Bitcoin. But we can check back here. I'm curious as to where our previous all-time high was. Looks like October. All of our previous all-time highs are in October. So look for a higher dollar towards the end of the year. And that's 2022 in October, 2023 in October. Not looking very good in 21, so maybe not. This might be the year where we don't see a new high, at least within the last 5 years, because the dollar is just donezo, man. It's donezo. Dollar is done. Big crypto bubbles. Dive into the crypto bubbles real quick. Looks like on the day, everything's kind of flat right now. Really, looks like everything's kind of settled down. Jasmine came down about 4.5%. Man, last time I looked at this, Jasmine was up like 11, 12. On the hour, everything is kind of slipping, but I am really happy to see again Jasmine here holding in the middle of this chaos, right? Holding above 80, 90. I mean, like we are it's sitting so pretty at 89 right now. I mean, I cannot be any happier with Jasmine's performance this year. It's definitely holding my bags up for sure. Yeah, other than that, Solana's up 5% on the day. Damn, it's already back to 150 in the 150 ranges. That's pretty awesome. Hopefully you guys are able to pick some of that up. It's number 5 on the charts. ENA is that's Athena. Is still making the moves, man. Still making the moves. It's not looking that shabby, man. It's still a pretty good pickup right now to pick up and see some big gains if you believe in that project. WorldCoin, I don't even want to give WorldCoin the light of day, man. This thing's evil incarnate. I can't believe it's still sticking around. If anyone knows why this thing's still sticking around, who would want to scan their eyeballs into the system just to give up your freedom? Just I think at one point they were giving $50 away. That was like a year ago or 2 years ago when we were doing that. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into that whole WorldCoin fiasco. Jupe is up 5%, Injected's up 5%, H bar. I mean, it's you know, everything is just kind of correcting from last week. On the week, we're doing really good. Again, everything's up. Damn, Render's up 31% on the week. That's freaking awesome. Let's go. Graph too. Graph is up 13%. Freaking Doge is coming back. Pepe as well. We have some news on Pepe today to go over. I think what's happening, I don't think they said specifically, but I'm just gonna lay it out there. I think what's happening right now is we're starting to get the sultans of Saudi Arabia involved in the meme coin space again. So yeah, that's what I think is going on. Dang, what is going on today, man? Looks like my Whoa, my camera's dying. What the heck? My camera's dying. I'm getting like glow and crap. What the heck? My stream's falling apart. Damn. Yeah, I guess these my new eyes have gotten a little too strong for the stream. Gonna have to adjust some things. But yeah, one of my cameras is dead, man. Dang it. That sucks. I can't get my my settings to launch. What is going on? Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset my system. Anywho, everything's coming back up. It is good in the hood if you're in crypto, that's for sure. And let's just take a quick look at Bitcoin. Looks like it's coming back up on the exchanges. Again, we seen this happen last time, back in January. I noticed when the Bitcoin ETFs launched. If we can get back on to an older time, like a longer time frame. I can't even get back to. I guess we can see that there back in January here. Yeah, right there, we started to see an increase in Bitcoin onto the exchanges during the beginning of the ETF launch. And this was primarily due to them loading up the Bitcoin onto exchanges in order to settle the ETFs on the exchanges. So that's where a lot of this came from. And then still, over time, even though we know that the exchanges are settling the Bitcoin for these ETFs, and it's all getting flooded on back on the exchanges. Number one, Coinbase right now, you know, for the 13 American ETFs. But I think this little bump right here is what Hong Kong's been, because if you look back here, Hong Kong ETFs started last week, and this little nipple right here, right, just started to pop up right after they were launched in China, or Hong Kong, right? So Hong Kong ETFs. I think that's what's going on here. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're doing the same thing everyone else is doing. They're using the exchanges to settle the ETFs. I mean, it makes sense, right? You're gonna have to get all the money onto an off ramp or an on ramp somewhere. So why not do it with probably Binance for the Hong Kong ETFs? Anywho, moving on. Actually, no. Dang, I closed it prematurely. We're supposed to look at the supposed to look at the current amount on Coinbase, right? How much is left on Coinbase as we dwindle and dwindle away to nothing. Yeah, we're back down to 281 from our high last week of 283. So yeah, this dwindling away. And again, there's people out there like Mr. 100 that are buying up way more than we could. Like I think one of Mr. 100's days equated to now like 2 or 3 of all Bitcoin that could be mined in that short amount of time frame. I mean, they're just buying up a ridiculous amount all over the world, and you can't keep up. But we do got some old addresses moving money around too, so watch out for that as well. Anyway, let's we'll dive into that in a bit. We got an article to cover there too. Just real quick, BlackRock. This doesn't seem up to date as well. We were looking at 274 last month. This is May 3rd. Today is the 6th, so we're a few days behind again. But we did get some interesting news today that Grayscale stopped selling off. The outflows stopped into Grayscale, are now getting a little bit of a pump. They had a positive inflow today. Let's see if it's even on here yet. Yeah, it was at 978. The first time ever. Look at this. The first time ever since the ETFs launched in January of 2024. That was the first time. Oh my God, we got any inflows into Grayscale. Will this be a turn for Grayscale? Even though they already launched their mini ETF, that's what everyone calls it. We'll see. And then of course Fidelity picking back up at 151, and ARK, man, they're just sitting there above the Bitwise at 442,000. Man, I'm rooting for ARK though. Kathy Wood, let's go. All right, again, the longer we stay in the $60,000 ranges, we are still cheap. You better be accumulating. You better be stacking up as much stats as you can, because I truly believe that every single dollar today is going to be worth $100 tomorrow in Bitcoin. It's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, so yeah, just keep an eye on this. We're still we're getting close to being back in the accumulation zone. I mean, if we keep going sideways, this is how low, like you have no idea like how great of an opportunity this is right now. But it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. We're probably like the same spot right here in the cycle, like previously, ramping up to the big game, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if we just blow through the rainbow chart at some point, break the rainbow chart. That'd be exciting to break the rainbow chart. Anyway, moving on. So top 10, anything move in the top 10? We do. Look at this. Cardano is coming up number 10 again. Toncoin number 9. Doge is steadily moving up to top 5. Look at this ridiculousness. Freaking Doge, man. It's 15 cents right now. Number 8. Oh my God. Who the hell's buying these dog coins? What the hell, man? I don't know, but I'm still bullish as all hell because any win for Doge is the win for the space. You gotta. I personally don't own a bag anymore, but you got to fight the power, man. Fight the power with the dog coins. That's more power to you. Yeah, XRP at 7, Solana at 5, and Ethereum, and of course Bitcoin number top 1 and 2. Yeah, top 10 assets right now. Bitcoin's still holding the number 9 slot. Silver is continuing to climb. People are expecting silver to double this year. I've heard people talking about it, about silver reaching like $3 trillion market cap by the end of the year. I mean, it's possible. That's still 5x away from gold if it ever hits that. So silver, I think, has a big move still within the next year or two. But it won't matter, man. Bitcoin is going to outshine all this nonsense by the end of the bull run when we're sitting at a. I mean, who knows, man? Who knows how much money could fly into the space? The more and more we have these ETFs roll off, the more and more people can start loading up their 401ks and their IRAs into Bitcoin. Retirement is where it's at, as we cover, of course, the When Moon on the channel. Of course, I have to do this. I have to do this every freaking time. I have to do it. Every time I talk about retirement, I get so excited. So if you haven't heard about When Moon yet, When Moon is a free tool you can use. It's offered by Observable HQ. Just go to observablehq.com or just look for When Moon on Google. I'm sure you'll find it. And here you can use their custom API, which takes the annual USD supply increase, inflation, against Bitcoin. Is against Bitcoin's appreciation rate on average per year. Damn, is that really? Whoa, that came down a lot. Is that really automated? Auto-generated, huh? That came down a lot because last time we were using this was at 34%. Yeah, it's only at 16 now. But anyway, yeah, you just put in your stack size there, and then the desired amount you want to retire on. That's per year, and then so that's 100K, 1 Bitcoin, and yeah, this is all generated by the averages that are produced by these algorithms here. So your stack of 1 Bitcoin will be worth, right now it's worth 63,000. If you wait until 2130, what in the heck? What is going on here? Something's not right today. Because yeah, that's way too low for the average yearly average of Bitcoin. I don't know what's going on today. It's on the fritz. But yeah, it should be around 34%, or even 40% if you're bullish enough. And you can adjust any of these if you believe that the dollar is going to go to 0. So you want to put in like a huge amount of inflation. You can do that as well, but I'm just going to go in here and put I'm just going to put like an average of 35% per year. And again, that's just an average. Then your Bitcoin moon date would be 2035. You'll be able to take out 100K every single year, right? Every single year. And your stack at that time period would be 2.5 million for 1 Bitcoin, right? So if you have more, you can just experiment. If you have less, you can experiment again. If you had, for example, 0.1 Bitcoin, which is about 10% of a Bitcoin, right now it'd be worth $6,300. If you had $6,300 in Bitcoin right now, your moon date to draw out $100,000 every single year would be It would be worth 10 million at the time. That's 10% of a Bitcoin, right? It would be worth 10 million. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Play around with it. It's fun. I always like to show it on the show. It gives you little charts here where it shows you what your stack will be appreciating, as well as appreciating over the time of you taking out the amount that you would like to live on. And again, your official moon date, and it drops off over the years, and that was kind of what you see happen there. I'm not sure what that's measured in your stack size. Yeah, not dollars. So yeah, this is a great tool. I love playing with this. And again, if you want to keep your money going up and to the right, just buy Bitcoin and retire handsomely, man, handsomely. All right, we're continuing on. So yeah, analysts, gold rush in China, propping prices up. We're gonna a whole bunch of different articles. I just kind of picked for this evening to kind of go over. We've got China propping gold prices up. This is, again, we talk about this all the time about how JP Morgan's been caught, manipulating the market, and gold's a very manipulated market. We have so much paper gold, right, which is like gold futures. We've got tokens now representing what a certain amounts of gold that are locked up supposedly, right, like in Mt. Gox. Do you believe any of the gold that's out there in Mt. Gox? I sure as hell don't. I don't believe any of that's still there. That could have been melted down and used for military a long time ago. We have no idea what our government's done with that gold that was seized by the public back in the 60s and 70s. Anywho, so damn. Sorry for that. The interest is high demand for gold products in China. It's one of the key factors that is propping up the price of precious metal of the international markets. Several analysts believe that the loss of confidence in the traditional investment options in China and the geopolitical factors in the U.S. sanctions have contributed to this end. You're damn right it is, man. We're seeing gold, silver, Bitcoin, everything kind of rally around it. Dude, anything. Whoops. I don't know what that was. There's so much going up against the dollar right now in terms of your purchasing power and your overall quality of life, right? I keep telling my friends and family that any asset you hold, like tangible item now, is worth so much more than your dollar than it used to be. It doesn't matter if you have tangible things right now. Things are worth more than dollars by an extravagant amount. Stuff that used to be worth $50 a few years ago in terms of the collectible market, tangible items that have a finite amount, right? A certain printed amount of stuff, if you will, is now worth so much more than your dollars than it used to ever be. And it's not just because of a certain collectible market is blown up. It's just because your dollar is worth so much less. And I think that's the best way I can show it. Because there's no way that like every single collectible item on the planet is now worth so much more, because there isn't such a demand for every single market, right? Everything has a certain amount and a certain popularity, and I'm just talking about collectible items in general. So yeah, there's so many things. I mean, people, everyone wonders why their used goods are now worth almost as much as new, because the dollar is worth nothing. It's literally worthless. Worthless. Less. Anyway, the recent bull run, they took gold up for prices of $2,500 per ounce. China has a pivotal role in that, apparently. And why are we covering gold? Well, because Bitcoin's digital gold as well. We know any store of value is going to be proving its worth now against the dollar. Yeah, it's just the world we live in now. We live in a dystopian future where everything... my cameras are all messed up tonight. But yes, the dystopian future where everything now is worth less than the dollar. Everyone's going to be burning their money in the streets to keep warm. And it's just the beginning, man. It's just the beginning. Because as soon as the money's dried up and there's no more money to burn, they're going to be burning each other in buildings and everything else. It's such a nihilistic point of view lately. Yeah, that's just the world we live in. So what do you think about China's role in the gold prices? Yeah, let me know down in the comments below. And what do you think about Bitcoin's current future, man? Oh my God. Sui surpasses Solana in daily transactions from spam token frenzy. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, the whole like pork and like spam and like we've literally seen every uncreative token now possible prop up out of this meme craze, right? The meme frenzy. And they're holding up. That's the scary thing. These meme tokens, like as we just showed in the crypto bubbles earlier, like they're holding up, man. This is scary shite. Pepe is up like ridiculous numbers. I mean, look at this freaking wall we climbed. I thought we were never gonna like go back. This is nuts because Pepe came out. Oh my god, was it last year or the year before? I forget now, man. I made a few thousand on Pepe, but freaking hell, man, I should have kept it. I should have kept some of it because holy crap, it has gone to the moon. Yeah, apparently we got a news to cover on that as well. So yeah, obviously Sui's doing really good on memes. Again, I think that's how they get people into the space. That's how we're driving adoption through these meme tokens, and I encourage it. I don't partake anymore much unless I have some time to kill and some money to burn. But I encourage it because it's fighting the powers that be and showing everyone in the world that literally anything can be used as money. It's just all nonsense in a world what we're breaking down one day at a time. Yeah, so we did have something on Pepe today I wanted to cover, which is getting again ridiculous. I just showed you the chart. Where in the hell did that Pepe article go? Oh god. You know what? We're gonna run into it. We're gonna run into it when we run into it. I just have it on here somewhere. XRP, man. XRP is moving. Thank freaking God. I haven't sold my bags yet. I don't know if I'm gonna plan on selling anytime soon, but XRP price aims to $1 ahead of SEC's reply to in the Ripple versus SEC case. I mean, thank God. We need this. We need some closure. I swear to God, if I have to... This acronym, right? The SEC. If I had to hear it one more freaking time about how it's holding up progress in our space. Bitcoin's go ahead and up to the 63.2 right now. Testing 63.5. I'm gonna quick detour real quick. As yeah, she's about to get knocked the heck out. Gonna have a gut check. Yeah, it looks like that way you just had another bottom and another higher low, which is good. It's bullish for Bitcoin right now. Although, yeah, we did... Man, I'm looking at the same chart. Yeah, that's right. We touched the 65. And again, it was just China. It's just China and Germany. Maybe the end of Japan's close on the day. That's propping up this market, man. Yeah, because they basically destroyed it today in China. Now tomorrow in China, which starts in the foreign markets. Tomorrow in the foreign markets, which starts in about I don't know, like a half hour in some places. It's gonna be exciting, man. And here we are. We're already starting to see it begin. And usually we see a sell-off. Like if America has a pretty mad day, we'll see a sell-off. But we didn't really have a mad day. we retained these our previous highs of the 63. We didn't slow back down into the abyss, 56. So thankfully we didn't get that. And this kind of looks like a giant cup and handle, man. A giant cup and handle. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just just give Bitcoin China an uppercut tonight. That would be interesting. But yeah, we got a long way ahead of us to get back to 70K. We'll get into that at the end of the stream, where we're looking at for Bitcoin. Anywho, so yeah, XRP, man. XRP in the Ripple case. Thank God we're starting to see some movement again here. With CoinGape covering this article today. XRP beams with the hope of potential breakout with $1 at the SEC prepares its final submission in the lawsuit remedies phase. Dude, oh my God, like what was it, like a billion or $2 billion? Oh yeah, right here it is. XRP price holds above 50 cents with confidence, yada yada. The SEC final submission will reinforce why Ripple should pay $2 billion penalty. Yeah, good luck. Oh my God. Because they've been putting up a hell of a fight. They already spent like over $100 million in legal fees already. That was as of last year. I don't know where they're at now. Oh my God, dude. This thing's been going on forever. Longer than I've been in crypto. Longer than most have been in crypto this time around. Yeah, it's been going on forever. So the XRP price is showing strength on Monday, reflecting the general bullish outlook of the market. Although May started in great turmoil for cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, bled profusely. Ugh, that's gruesome way to put it. The sell-off partly triggered the rising inflation of the U.S. and dwindling market sentiment saw XRP price through the support of 50 cents and swept liquidity to 47.85. Retail investors were particularly concerned about the lack of enthusiasm following Bitcoin halving. Price increase had been suppressed, subsequently killing expectations of immediate rallies. Jesus. Yeah. Now that the cryptocurrencies are anonymously trending higher on Monday, XRP price daughters. Jesus, the wording in this is atrocious. At the 53.18 mark, it is at 5% in 7 days, while trying to recoup 9.5% losses in its last month. The performance of XRP also hinges on the ongoing lawsuit between Ripple and the issuing company and the Securities Exchange Commission, SEC. Yeah, it's I don't know if we're gonna get back to the 3.4. I mean, I don't know. It's a different world right now for XRP. I don't think it's the same crypto world that we lived in before. I don't know if we can ever get back to 3.4, or if it really is going to hit that switch. We're going to flip that switch. Are we going to flip that switch and go to all-time highs and blow through it? And it's what was it, 500? Because XRP should be at least 500. That was like some crazy number that everyone was talking about for like years. $511 or something like that. I'm like, what? It's just kind of utter nonsense, really. But will they flip that switch? Will they flip that switch? Oh, please flip that switch.
That crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening.
Is it this switch? Is it that switch? Flip the switch.
Flip the switch.
Yeah, I don't know about that switch. It's a little too bullish for me on XRP, man. Yeah. So yeah, we're at the wait and see if this is gonna how this is gonna play out. Looks like what date are we looking at? XRP sits at the top, robust support provided by the 20-day exponential moving average, the EMA. Come on, man. No one cares about the EMA. It's all about the SMA. So line in blue and the 52.96, this area forms a confluence with the descending channel upper boundary. Yeah, look, it does look like a breakout's coming, but yeah, I mean, I'll believe when I see it. I got no faith left in XRP, man. I'm sitting on a big bag, pretty big bag. Anywho, that's XRP for you. That is XRP. I think I just closed something I wasn't supposed to yet. Oh, I think I just had two of the same art. Oh yeah, duh. I had to go to that website. SEC Wells noticed the ROBINHOOD. Yeah, this happened today as well. What a pain in the butt, man. What a pain. The SEC is just in everyone's freaking corner, just sitting there glaring in the corner like, oh my God. Creepy little bastards, man. Gary Gensler too, Jesus. That guy is just a little demon, man. He's a little cockroach you can't kill. Hopefully he won't not be back next year. Because he's just not helping anyone, man. He's not helping anybody. He's not saving anyone from any scams. He's not even letting us know how these exchanges should file. Or what's a security, what's not, what's a commodity. I mean, the CFTC might as well just take the whole damn thing over, the whole space. It's getting ridiculous. Get this nonsense under control, man. But at least we know what staking is, right?
T-A-K-E, not S-T-E-A-K.
Oh. Thanks, Gary.
S-T-A-K-E.
Yeah, we know. We know what staking is. We've been doing it for a few years, okay? We've been doing it for a few years. Anyway. Bitcoin. Oh, boy. And the freaking Robinhood. They don't even have that much crypto on their exchange. Like, if you're going to point the finger at anyone, I mean, you're just going after any big player in America. I mean, I think they have Bitcoin, they have Ethereum, they have probably Cardano, and they probably have like 20, maybe 30, if that. You know what? It's funny. Let me go on Robinhood. Let's go on Robinhood and see what they got. Let's go check out the poor little kid in the schoolyard that the SEC is bullying. Okay, what do you got? What do you got on there? That's a security. That's what I want to know. What do you offer? Yeah, what do you got in crypto? Robinhood Crypto. You'll receive some ETH. They're gonna give you ETH if you join. Just show me your exchange, man. What do you have? What do you offer? Like, you get to pick on this guy that can't even tell you what they have. I don't even have an account on Robinhood, man. Oh my God. What do I look like? A normie? Oh Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what they currently have. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge. I know I can at least know that much, but I'm assuming they have Cardano. I'm sure they have. I don't know, man. XRP. I know that they were one of the first exchanges to put up a fight to the SEC and say, you know what, we're gonna list XRP, even though you told us we had to delist it back in the day when that happened. Like, that was a mess, man. What a nightmare. So anyway. Bitcoin report in China. Again, as I kind of follow the Hong Kong ban and the Hong Kong ETFs and the China ban and all that nonsense. The new report on BTC is published in China, known for its bans on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The report, written in Chinese academics, stated that the Bitcoin could be considered a property. Academics who agree that the property characteristics of Bitcoin stated that the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have a relatively small area in terms of legal regulations in China. Excellent. At this point, academics pointed out that the cryptocurrencies are not completely banned, but also that said that they are not contraband goods as well. As a result, academics who have reached a general conclusion about Bitcoin wrote the following. Bitcoin is not legal, but it is not completely banned either. Bitcoin is not contraband, is not a contraband commodity either. Bitcoin is actually tradable and has an economic value, and so it can be considered property. Good to go. Well, I mean, at least if they get their academics on board and somehow get Xi Jinping to approve, then yeah, I think there's nothing really bad about China adopting Bitcoin. I mean, if anything, it's bad for America, man. It's really bad for America because that's gonna set them so much further ahead, and they have so many more people to purchase, man. To gobble it up faster than anyone else. That'd be China, man. I mean, if they were smart about it, they would just enable it, but they can't control it either. That's the key problem. China doesn't. They want their hands. They want the fingers and everything. Chinese scholars generally agree the property attributes of Bitcoin and summarize Bitcoin as digital currency in a relatively small space for legal order in China, but it is not completely banned. It is not contraband. In fact, it is traded in the economic value. So, China's Bitcoin ban in September 2021. I remember that. It was dark times, when that was the beginning of the bear market. The Chinese government made a decision to ban all the activities related to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including cryptocurrency mining, and declared these transactions illegal. The Chinese government also banned foreign currencies exchange from providing services in the country. And this is not investment advice. That is what they said. So yeah, at least the people are rising up. People in all walks of life are starting to acknowledge that Bitcoin's true potential as a tradable piece of property. That's what Michael Saylor is always referred it to, right? A piece of property in digital cyberspace, as he always refers to it as. And China agrees as well. So, we are going to continue. 3 giant altcoin whales awake. They bought 5 altcoins, including a massive Pepe purchase. This is what I was going to cover earlier. So, Pepe, right? Pepe's going on a freaking rampage right now. It's getting stupid. Like, look at this. This is nonsense. This is just nonsense. On the last year, like since the beginning of the year, it's been going on a rip. And then at the end of last month, it's just headed right back up towards all-time highs. It's just getting ridiculous. Pepe, you need to calm down. Calm your tits, bro. Yeah, so Pepe is going to absurd levels. And I think what's happening, and it may underline this in this article, is I think Pepe is being bought by the Saudi princes and sultans of Saudi Arabia. Because that's what we saw last time with Sheeb and Doge. They were literally playing the market like they were toys, right? They're just sitting there with we're gonna buy a little bit of this today, we're gonna sell a little bit of this today, and then we're gonna sell all this and drop the market. And that was basically their game. We actually caught the Saudi prince playing around with Sheeb last cycle. So yeah, I think that's what's happening right now, at least starting to happen with Pepe, as it's this new target, man. That might be the winner. I mean, it's rising so fast. According to the new data, the first whales identified the short address Zero purchased a $322 billion worth of Pepe, worth $2.7 million on Binance. Like, again, these are just playthings of these types of people, man. You got $2.78 million to play around with Pepe? You better say no to that. Oh my god, because if you say yes, you're on the wrong channel, my guy. So yeah, Pepe price is trading towards whatever, man, 8.5 at the time. The Belina wallet, on the other hand, purchased Pepe at the level of yada yada. I mean, yeah, they don't really say, man. They don't really say. It's kind of up in the air, but I'm telling you what I'm pretty sure it is, and that's what happened last time with Sheep. And it's probably just some pretty crazy Saudi prince over there just playing around with money. He's getting some allowance, and he's just like, oh, here, $1 million? Yes, that's fine. That's fine. I get another $1 million next week. Oh my god. So I just thought that was kind of funny to throw out there. Yeah, this one is interesting here. A Bitcoin came alive. We see this happening frequently now. More wallets are coming alive that haven't been active in over like 10 years. And here's another one. And it's mostly old mining wallets, right? I'm not sure if if there's even any way to track or figure out if there was a mining wallet. I'm sure they could look at the transactions before this wallet has moved. So it looks like the undisclosed wallet address as leading to a sell-off speculation with the cryptocurrency community. According to the blockchain tractor, the analytics platform Whale Alert, the whale moved $43 million worth of Bitcoin to 2 wallet addresses. So yeah, they're just kind of tracking the whales. But they don't say anything about it's been inactive for over 10 years and receiving the Bitcoin on January 12th, 2014 when the cryptocurrency traded at $900 per coin. Wouldn't you love to have some Bitcoin back then? If we all would have just trusted it a little more. So the value of the whale's whole reserve at the time was $630,000. At the press time, it was worth yada yada. Reactivating the Bitcoin wallet back to the Satoshi era, the early days after the creation of Bitcoin. You know what? I'm pretty sure they're moving it now because they want to sell some of these epic sats. That's what they're doing. They're just trying to sell these epic sats. If you're not familiar with that term, it's kind of come into a new existence, really, with ordinals and runes, basically inscribing the legendary Satoshis that were inscribed at a certain pivotal moment of the history, right? Like the first halving, the second halving, the third, the fourth, and so on. And maybe anything right now, literally anything around the time where a Satoshi was active is now getting sold for stupid money, like hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. We did cover that one epic sat that was worth like a half a penny or whatever, right? Or even less, like a half a penny, a fractionalized penny worth of Bitcoin. That was a Satoshi that was the last Satoshi mined from this halving. I mean, it's just absolute nonsense. And it sold for like 60 million or it's 20 million or whatever the hell it was sold for. It was still a stupid number. Why would you sell that? Or why would you buy that for that much? And you have to have some money to burn, man. Like, literally burn. Maybe it's a tax write-off. You use it as a tax write-off. I don't know how. A publicity stunt, maybe you could say. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty interesting to cover. And it looks like it was a mining wallet. That's what I thought. Dang it. A miner wallet woke up. Yep. Nearly 14 years. So we're just seeing more and more of these. And just likely, again, trying to take advantage of runes. Anywho. So, moving on. Warren Buffett compares AI to nukes after seeing deepfake doppelganger. Look at this nonsense fun article. Yay. I'm not even going to read this. 93-year-old billionaire related it to. Remember the original thing he related to was rat poison squared. Whatever the hell that means. I mean, scamming has always been a part of an American scene, but this will make me, if not ever interested in rusting scamming. It's not even a growth of the industry at all time. He has that funny laugh he does too. And say, well, obviously AI has potential for good things too, but I don't know how you based it on saw recently a practical way you studied money to myself. It's a crazy country. Oh God, Warren Buffett's nuts. Anywho, enough with that. He's too old to see the true potential, or he's just making fools out of all of us. And he's just secretly buying Bitcoin on the side. That's what I like to think anyway. I know Berkshire Hathaway has a holding of Bitcoin, so he's not. He has allocations to it. He just, by necessity, his company is. So there, yeah. Again, this is the article we just covered. Let's check Bitcoin real quick and then see what's going on with Twitter. Looks like Bitcoin is still going steady. We are on the 30-minute. You're on the 15-minute. Looks like we are trying to break out. Looks like the candle's getting eaten up. We can take a look real quick on Bookmap and see how the things are moving on Bookmap. There's Bookmap. Looks like we are getting a bit of bullish momentum on the market open of the foreign markets. It happens in about 10 minutes. Will it hold? Will it hold? It's looking pretty strong. Like the bears want to fight back tonight. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's, of course, Bookmap brought to you by Kimba, the White Snow Lion. I got an anime reference, as I am an otaku. If you haven't seen Kimba, the White Snow Lion, it is available, I'm sure, for free to watch. It's like, it's ancient now, man. It's like from the 50s, I think. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. So we've got a few more things to cover, and then we're gonna jump into the culture we have laying around the space before the end days. So Bitcoin Network tops 1 billion in total transactions processed. This I thought was pretty interesting because, again, like, we are so early. People don't have any idea how early we are until you see articles like this. The first billionth transaction took 15 years. It just happened. It just happened this week. Yeah, it just happened. I'm assuming it happened today. They covered it 14 hours ago, so maybe yesterday. It might have happened over the weekend. But either still, you have to think of it like this: the first 1 billionth transaction in all of the crypto's history, right? Bitcoin, being the granddaddy, has had its first billionth transaction. Imagine when we have a billion users. How many transactions? I mean, you can't even fathom how many transactions we will be at that point. And that is a 1/8 of the population adopting this. And I think it's going to go way higher than that. Way higher. How many people use the internet? Do I even make a comparison? We're talking about Web3. Cryptocurrencies are technically Web3, right? We're talking about the Web3. Digital assets, we're taking everything into the digital world. Because why? Because we can't afford to be making stuff like this and living lavishly anymore. They want us to be in the metaverse, living off of living on the grid or whatever, in the metaverse. So, yeah, that's what's happening. And I just wanted to point that out. I think this is super bullish. And of course, a huge indicator, we're still early. The first time we ever hit 1 billion transactions. That's insane. That's insane. Anywho. Yeah, so that's all I pretty much saw today. That was really interesting. We are getting a bit of a lackluster bit of news. Most of it's just FUD from the SEC, man. Like, ridiculous. A lot of countries fighting back, like all the nonsense going on with Nigeria, basically trying to preserve what little they have left of their fiat currencies, right? It's mostly, that's what you're going to see mostly from every country in the world, is how they are going to struggle and withhold and keep their currencies, their sham going, right? Actually, before I go, I forgot about this one. South Korea stopped short allowing crypto in updated donation laws. So, department store gift vouchers, stocks, loyalty points to tech giants are donated to charities, but not crypto. Yeah, so they're making moves, man. They're making moves. It won't be too long, and South Korea will have their ETFs. They'll have, again, South Korea is huge, man. They had the largest arbitrage forever on Bitcoin. The kimchi, you paid the kimchi fee or whatever to buy Bitcoin in South Korea because it was just trading higher. People understand the true value of Bitcoin there. They understand the asset so much more than we do here in the States. I mean, you go ask your typical boomer about Bitcoin, and you know what you will receive. You will receive a spool of nonsense like, oh, I thought that thing already died, or what's another common one I've heard? I talked to one of my bosses about it recently. Isn't that like a physical coin you can hold? Because you probably seen one of those coins laying around somewhere. Is that worth something? It's just crazy, man. They just don't get it. They just don't get it. And they never will, man. Don't expect them to. And all you have to do to explain it to someone like that person is just explain to them it's the new money. That's as simple as that. That's all they can. And don't get me wrong, there's some smart people out there, right? There's some smart investors. There's some smart money that are old. They're old boomers that get it. But it's hard, man. The average mom and pop shop, man, that's just failing these days because they're being held down by our government. Current economic. Oh God, I have to play that again too before we go. Oh Jesus. Oh man. Oh Jesus. Did they ever have a was it Bernstein? Yeah. Did they ever have him did they ever come back on that? Because last week that was a fiasco. A fiasco last week. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, it was nuts. Last week, Biden's economic chair was interviewed. I guess it was probably before last week. It was in an interview. If I can find the video. I wonder if it's been scrubbed off the internet now. Wow, it's not even coming up. It was like, why we borrow money. Forget the original question. There it is. There it is.
The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
We print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Oh my God.
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well,
why do we even borrow?
Again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government prints money, and then it uses that money to, yeah, I guess I'm just, I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, because it's like,
I'll never get over it.
The government clearly prints money. It does it all the time, and it clearly borrows. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing.
I don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt either.
Stuff. We have to talk about it because the American people think the reason for inflation is government spending more money. Simply
not true.
True.
Yeah, it is, Biden. It is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bud. Come on, man. Anyway, let's take a look at What's going on with Twitter real quick? Anything coming up? Oh, the monkeys. Oh, yeah, the bananas. The Bitcoin is at it's 100,000. Retails is going to be buying. I love that old video, man. Oh, that's awesome. I love them monkeys. I love it, them. Get their bananas. Yeah. Yeah, they're only $100,000 for Bitcoin. Yeah. You're going to love it when it's 100,000. That's it. Everyone will love it when it's 100,000. But then everyone's going to dump on them. And then they're going to wonder why, and they're going to cry, and oh my god. What in the world? Buy Bitcoin before this happens. Holy crap, dude. Yep. Before the pilots jump out. There's definitely some dry British humor. I love it. Time to sell Bitcoin for CBDCs. Are you crazy? Me after buying 0.01 Bitcoin. That's 1% of a Bitcoin, by the way. Feels good, man. There's some good stuff tonight. What's this? Can't beat an orange Kool-Aid powered by Bitcoin mining farm. Oh my god. Is that even a real thing? Probably not. There's Jack Maulers. What was that chart up there? Perception of Bitcoin. Bitcoin big bubble, all the other small bubbles. Reality, Bitcoin. In crypto. That's a good way to look at it, yeah. That's a good way. Enter the matrix. New Bitcoin all-time high soon. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh yeah, I like this too. The Bull Express is about to leave the station. Let's this is what Raoul Paul, I believe, refers to as the banana zone because it's shaped like a banana. We're about to enter the banana zone. All right. Enough of that. Let's go look into the normies and we'll check Bitcoin before we go. Oh god, I don't know any of this stuff, man. Kim Kardashian, Tom Brady. I've heard those people. Do I care? No. No. Manchester United, yada yada, Mika, whatever. Hades 2. A Steam Deck bank. What? Steam Deck? You know, it's a game that is very fun to play on a Steam Deck, or I guess it has full compatibility on the Steam Deck. Well, it's been a while since we had Steam Deck in the news. Pat Riley. I got one up in the corner of my office. Hungary white dwarf stars eat heavy metals. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, so we got nothing on Bitcoin. We got nothing on crypto. Randy Travis is making that crazy AI because he lost his voice due to I forget his medical issue. It was a pretty good song though. I heard it. It was pretty good. Don't want to get YouTube all mad on me. But yeah, we got Star Wars on May 4th. Wow, only on making top 10 on the Star Wars day. Star Wars is no good anymore. I'm sorry. May 4th is only there to remember the old days when Star Wars was good. Once good. Anywho, Bitcoin. Yeah, wow. We fell down a freaking hole. Oh my god. The past 4 hours, we're slumping. Look at that. Sideways. That's not too bad. The last 90 days, we are done. We're done. We're even as high, like 20, 28, 20, 22. Look at that. Full circle. Full circle in 90 days. We went nowhere. All-time highs. And we still went down to the gutter. Oh, the normies, man. And the current state right now that gives an S right now is Nevada. Shout out to Sin City Crypto. Thank you for making Bitcoin the most noticeable asset in the nation. Because I don't know what else could bring us up that high, man. Sin City Crypto, this is to you, man. Cheers to you. Anyway, that is our current Google Trends. The normies melting my brain once again. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's check Bitcoin and see what's going on. We've got some new highs to beat, right? So we do have a we touched this 65 yesterday evening, right? Well, this morning actually, 3 a.m., which would have been top trading session time period for China and maybe Germany, I think. But anyway, anywho, so that's one of the big key levels we're gonna be looking at overnight. I would definitely look out for that because there's so much bullish momentum happening for Bitcoin right now. I don't think this is gonna stop. We also been having new higher lows, at least within today. You know, it was like, this was our trading today. We came in at 63.5, and we just now went full back circle to touching it again and bouncing off of it. So we only slipped down lower once today. Let's see. Other than that, I mean, if we fall beyond that, it would be back down to here, which we'll be looking at, let's see if we go back a little further on the 30-minute. I mean, short of like an attack overnight overseas, I don't really see Bitcoin going back under these levels, but we could still bounce off here again. That's a possibility. We would be making kind of a wave pattern, like a 2 or 3 wave pattern up back to our previous all-time highs. Yeah, that could happen. I could see that happening overnight. We gotta move Bitcoin Chan. She's just getting in the way now. Sorry, girl. I know you're happy. You're happy you're coming back up, but you're in the way. Yeah, and then we've got, what else we got left after that? I mean, kind of the previous lows we were looking at before, with all of the negativity here in the United States market. Again, McDonald's is struggling to maintain their profits, and Starbucks and CVS and all the other crazy markets that are, you know, big players in the markets that are down. All the blue chips in the stock market are getting hit. Everyone's in fear, right? We just covered 40 on the fear index for stock market, even though now there should be a positive influence in the market since we have the job, again, we know the jobs are slipping, we know the economy's slowing down, we know that if they don't cut these rates soon, these companies are going to basically fall. There should be at least some bullish momentum in the stock market this week for that, because they have to pivot. The Fed has to pivot, or we're going to go through a worse recession than previously, and maybe even a depression. So let's hope that we don't run into any more of that, right? God. So yeah, I mean, this is the key levels we're looking at tonight. I'd say we just got to hold at least, right now anyway, we got to hold at least, looks like we're bouncing off of that right there. We're probably going to come back down. I hate to be that guy. But yeah, we're probably going to come back down because we can't even break back up against 63.7, 63. Yeah. We can't even get it back above 63.7. But it's still looking like it's a bullish pendant. I guess on the smaller time frames. If you look at the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the minute chart. I mean, if you're going that low, I mean, I'll usually stick to the 15. So yeah, we're still in a big bullish pendant in the 15-minute. As long as we break up above 63.7. If we break out of that before, I guess before China opens, they still got an hour or two, I think, in China. Then we can see some higher highs for Bitcoin tonight. So be on the lookout for that. If not, then we're going to fall back down and retest 63. That's where we were here. 63, and then fall back even further down to quite possibly, oh god, 62. Probably be the next big psychological low to look out for, because that's our next area of support going down. That's local, and then you go back further, and we have so much more. I mean, I don't really want to see these levels again, but you know what? We could never say never. So then back down to 61 basically. So those are your key levels. If we don't get above 64 even, man, if we just don't get out, just break out above 64 again, we're coming back down to 63, 62, and then ultimately 61 by tomorrow morning. So be on the lookout. Hopefully better things for Bitcoin in the later hours tonight. And yeah, we'll catch you guys again soon. Have a great night. Keep stacking Bitcoin, man. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Buy Bitcoin. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. No high leverage. Right? Keep it in the 1 to 5x, man. The 1 to 5x. It's fine. You don't just be humble. Stack sats. Be safe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. This is Otaku signing off. Later.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.